We welcome to the show, Kelissa. How's it going?
Good, Chris. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So your new single, Best Kept Secret, is out on Tuesday, the 7th of July. What can you tell us about it?
Well, Best Kept Secret is a co-production between my own production company, Vesta Music, and Natural High Music. And it's really, it's kind of a love song about heartbreak. It's a bit of a paradox because it's talking about the joys of love, as well as someone's heart being locked away. And it's kind of a lover's rock feel, rootsy vibes, but it still has an element of dub in it as well. So it's a nice little mix. It has a lot of live instruments in it as well. So, I think it's a good reflection of the kind of music that I do and the production level that I aspire to as well.
Yeah, I've heard it, and I'll be playing it after the interview. I like it. It's a nice single. What was it like to record? Was it an easy process, or how was it?
I think I actually recorded that song about 3 times before I was completely happy with it. So it wasn't the easiest of songs to record, but to be honest, now that I've gotten the hang of how to sing it and the feel of the song, it's not that hard for me to perform it live. I performed it live at Proud in Camden this week, and it went really well. It was my first time performing it acoustic, and I was happy with how it went.
So how was it in Camden? Was it good?
Yeah, it was great. Nice vibes. It was an event called Rhythm Up Live. It was produced by Bang Radio, and it was also with myself and Dre Island, who is another artist from Jamaica, and some other selectors there were also playing some reggae music, some reggae selections.
So with this new single, is this sort of a new album or an EP?
Well, it's actually just, it's a single, but it's also a part of a compilation of Natural High's music, a compilation called Urban Roots. Okay. So it has a series of other artists and youths from Jamaica as well as some of the more established artists of the older generation. And their genre is predominantly dub, but they do a lot of mixing with and dabbing into different genres as well.
Yeah, for you it's very much roots music, isn't it?
Yeah, for the most part, conscious, uplifting, positive. That's the general theme.
That's good, because that's mostly what we play on the Reggae Hour. Yeah,
Great.
We play classic reggae and roots reggae mostly. When do you reckon you'll be making an album? Are you thinking about it, or?
Well, I'm currently working on it right now. I haven't put a timeline on it because I'm an independent artist, so I'm kind of on my own schedule. But over the course of a few years, maybe like 2 or 3 years, I've been doing a lot of writing, doing a lot of production, in-house production. And I think maybe by the end of this year, early next year, I'll have a project complete. I don't know whether to call it an album because I may put out a small project before I actually release a full album. But I'm definitely working on a series of songs right now to go towards putting something together.
With your songs, have they all got a message, or are they just a nice collection of songs, or a bit of both?
I think a bit of both. I mean, my general message is really just love, not just romantic love, obviously, a unified love. I talk about in my lyrics togetherness and standing up for your rights. And just really positivity in general, that's kind of my general theme, but sometimes there's something different that comes around, that comes through me.
You spent some time in Tanzania, Ethiopia, and Ghana. Did that shape your music in any way?
Oh, yes. It was a big determinant in the way that I make my music. My music is mostly based in roots music, obviously, because I grew up in Jamaica. My parents were also in a band called Chakula, and it's a roots rock reggae band. So my music is very much, the foundation of my music is very much in roots reggae. But moving to Tanzania and East Africa really kind of broadened my musical scope and my understanding of music even. And their, complex timing that they use within their music, it kind of was able to color my music as well, so it definitely influenced the way that I do music.
Must be great to have them different experiences for
Yes.
be able to write your own music.
Yes, awesome.
When did you first get into music? Was it from the year dot?
Well, my parents are musicians, and so I grew up in a house of music. I was always around when they were recording or doing shows. Me and my sisters and my brother were backstage. They never really used to leave us out of the process. And they really encouraged us to delve into the arts, and not just to thrive in academia, but also, to make sure that we're full in the artistic side of ourselves. So we used to attend dance and music lessons on the weekend. And so I have a long relationship with music, but it wasn't until maybe I was in my mid-teens that I decided that I wanted to take it seriously as a career.
Yeah, I suppose you were probably making up your mind.
Yes. So many things to choose from in this world,
Exactly. Who are some of the singers you admire and you like to listen to yourself?
Oh, well, I always find that such a hard question to answer and to choose from, just because there are just so many great musicians and artists all over the world, and even my exposure to African artists kind of broadened my appreciation for music. So I would say I can't even pick. There are people within the reggae genre. There are people within the Afrocentric genres as well that I really appreciate. I really admire their music, and they really inspire and influence the way that I do music as well.
You recently done a song with Chronix. What was that like?
Well, that was a really good experience for me. Chronix is very talented in both production and in singing skills. So for me, that was great to work alongside him in both writing and in producing the actual song altogether. He's just a youth that is full of energy, full of ideas, and he's just really passionate about music. And so that was a great experience that I definitely don't think I'll get another experience like that in life. I know that I'll work with other musicians and artists within my musical career, but it was truly something special to work with him,
Yeah, he's a great artist, isn't he?
Yeah.
So with your songwriting and your songs, how does that happen? How do you all of a sudden get a song in your head? Can you explain it or not really?
Not really. It differs. Some songs, I have a rhythm first, and then I write on it, and I'll let the melodies and the sounds within the music talk to me. And give me kind of the inspiration to the topic of what I write. Sometimes it literally just comes as a melody first. Sometimes I'm driving or just walking down the road and I'll get a melody, or I'll be inspired by something that I see within my daily life. So I'm just very inspired by just by life in general, by my experiences, by observing other people's experiences. But for me, I think inspiration really comes from a place that I can't describe really. I feel like music is something that flows through me. I'm more of a conduit for the music than feeling like I own the material that I write and I sing. So it's just really about connecting with that source for me, to get the inspiration.
Of course, with singers and musicians, you have to do it, don't you? You have to. Yeah. You do, because you enjoy it, you love doing it, but it's that kind of thing, isn't it? You've got to do your own thing.
Yes, and you just kind of have to trust your process as well,
Well, we look forward to the new album.
I'm looking forward as well.
Yeah, me too. I do like your new song. It's very good.
Thank you, Chris.
No problem. Thanks for joining us on the show, Kelissa.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a joy.
No problem.
Take care and big up the whole England massive.
Thank you. Goodbye.